Well, hello everyone, and it's Huey back for yet another episode of Space Engineers, and this time we're just doing a relatively quick video in showcasing some of the new things in the economy update, in case you weren't able to catch the last stream. So this is our little store that we built, that we've been working on, and as you can see we've got our contracts block, our store block, our vending machine, and our ATM. Now, the ATM and the vending machine are not really all that essential, but they are nice looking machines, so you know, they sort of add to the feel of a little store, apart from the signs and the little displays here. I'll show you, actually I'll give you a quick demo of some of the other things we've been doing. So if we hit the console blocks, shop console blocks, there we go, we turn those on, and we've got some nice little displays going here, so we're going to have a look at those. So normally when you walk in, and I just turn these off to save on performance, but you've always got the option of going, oh, look at the stuff we've got here. We've got the Purple Wasp, we have the Cigarette Miner, we have Louis the Lifter, and we have the Boss Builder. But when you're finished showing off your creations, you just go into your menu here and go to the console blocks and just switch them off, and there you go. And it saves power. You know, you've got to do a bit for the environment. So the contracts block, you probably may have used these in the public beta test, but not many of you would have had a chance to set them up, so to, you know, dish out contracts for yourself. I've already gone and set one up here. I don't expect that'll ever be taken, but I thought, you know, this is a bit of a learning curve for me too. So if you want to make a contract, you go to administration, and I want to make an acquisition contract. And because we never seem to get animal meat around here, don't expect we ever will, but I'm going to try my luck. And we would like 100 of those, please. Alright, now you can set a time limit on these. You can set your collateral. Let's actually make that 1,000, so they have to pay 1,000 to take the contract, and the reward for completing the contract, let's say 100,000, because it is very, very rare. Alright, so 100,000 space credits, and I won't give them a time limit, that's fine. So now you have to select the block that you want them to deliver it to. So it's contracts 2. I think I might actually change the name of that, but there we go, we've created the contract. So we have 2 contracts available at the Haven 51 kiosk store, I guess, general store, that's the one. Anyway, let's go ahead and just quickly change the name of that there. There we go. Alright, now same over here. If you go over to the store block and say you want to, I don't know, you want to acquire some items, you got new offers, you can sell the things that you've got in your inventory, or you can request things, and it's same sort of setup. And yeah, I'm not going to bother with any new offers, because you do have to pay out of your personal balance. Now, if you have a look at your inventory, it'll show your credit balance. That's your personal one. But I have done quite a few acquisition contracts, and I have put quite a bit of money into our account. There's 50 and Tom. Joel, unfortunately, you know what, sorry mate. he's told us he's not coming back, so it's all good. So, now the vending machine. There's nothing here. The vending machine pretty much does everything the store block does. The store block does just that little bit more. It's just a, you know, nicer looking block, and I'll show you a bit more of that when we get to another station. Now this is specifically for withdrawing money and depositing money, and of course you could do pretty much all that on the store block as well, but we thought we'd put it there because, you know, it really adds to the feel of it being like a general store. So if we walk out, now I've been getting my ship ready to do a bit of a long haul contract, and I thought I'd make this video as a kind of showcase of the economy update, as well as a showcase of a ship that we've finished building reasonably recently, and this is the C-1300 Darkling. Now this is a, I guess you call it a mercenary style ship. It's also going to be a support ship, transporter. It's basically an all-rounder type ship. Can defend itself quite well with its 7 Gatling turrets. Yeah, hang on. 6 Gatling turrets, sorry. And 4 rocket launchers. It also comes with 4 interior turrets for defense underneath. Now they're all set to target missiles as well, but as everyone knows, that doesn't tend to always work out. And this is their entire complex, the Haven 51, and we're going to head over to a NPC faction station that I had discovered just after the economy update hit, actually. So you will need to go, unlike the beta, you will need to go searching for trading stations. And so to do that, I've already found the first one. I got lucky. I was just scouring the surface of Titan. Haven't had any luck in finding any others though. So we will need to go for a little trip. And the first one we found is USDR. Now I can only gather that the easiest way to find other stations is to do hauling contracts. So we're going to try that, and while we're over there we'll have a bit of a look-see at what's going on over at USDR. So we'll make sure our dampeners are on. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot, safe zone block. Before we go, now this is something that I've almost finished building, except for 5 items that you can't manufacture apparently, and I do got to check that actually. So this is the safe zone block, and as you can see, it's pretty hefty build, and you also need 5 zone chips, which we are missing. So if you have a look in here, you can see that I don't think you can produce these. Let's have a look. No, you can't. No zone chips. Only data pads, that is a new thing, but no zone chips. You can only specifically buy those from faction stores. So we have to find more faction stores, and alas, GSDR didn't have any for sale last time I was there, but their inventory does change, so we might get lucky next time we head over there. So it's going to be rather critical we acquire those. So let's head back into the Darkling. I've got the LCD2 script running. Don't worry about the damage there, that's just wear and tear on the base, because we are connected to the base right now. So we'll have to first unlock, and then we'll unlock here, and there we go, ready to take off. And what we want to do is head into space. So we want to escape the gravity. So yeah, the C-1300 Darkling combat shuttle is designed for space flight mainly. You can land on moons and planets. Now it can do a little bit of flying around on planets, as long as it's not too sustained. On moons, I beg your pardon. Planets is not so much designed for that, but it can land on planets and do a little bit of flying around if you need it to. So we need to head straight ahead for a while. So we'll get up to full speed. We do have a damaged Gatling turret, it would seem. So there's Tom's base over there, as you can see. So we're heading for USDR. So we're going to get over this horizon and see if we can nab a hauling contract. There goes an unknown signal. Of course, with the daily needs mod, you can acquire seeds and food and all those sorts of yummy things. And that is actually something else that I think Keen should be looking at next. And they have hinted at adding a few more survival-y type things. Survival-y, yeah. Let's turn on our spotlights. There we go. So we're heading over the horizon, so we're going to slow it down a bit. Oh, got a commercial freighter. Well, when those neutral signals pop up, you want to hope that they're stations mainly, but you do occasionally get freighters. So we're going around nice and wide, and so we're coming up to it, so we can start making our descent pretty soon. Try to take our hauling contract. Now, the C-1300 Darkling comes with 2 jump drives, and because it is a smaller large grid ship, it can jump a considerable distance even with a full payload. Now bear in mind that the full payload is only, I think it's 6 small cargo containers, so it doesn't hold a heck of a lot, but it's really not meant to. So that's where we're headed. Making our way in. Don't want to burn off all our hydrogen because we want to be able to take off as well. So, coming in for landing. And that's Big Mountain. Alright, so get ready to make landfall, and we will have to park just outside the safe zone because you can't use landing gears inside an NPC faction's safe zones. Yes, it's yeah, it is a rather interesting aspect, but it is what it is. And there is a very good reason for it. Here we come, back into the gravity well. Wait until we get pretty much directly over it. There it is. You can see the safe zone there. Coming in for landing. So we want to pull up just a little bit. Don't want to overshoot it too much. So we'll come down very, very slowly. Just come straight down. Now, when you're landing on a lunar surface, even with an atmosphere, in the C-130, you can just use your hydrogen thrusters. That's fine. On a planet, it has the parachutes to help save on hydrogen. Go. So you can see the safe zones have a fairly wide radius. So we'll park just outside so we can lock our landing gears down. Now I do have a backup supply of ice, so don't worry. I will be able to take off again and make it to our destination while filling up our ice supply. There we go. We're ready to lock. And we're locked. So while we head inside... No, that one's not locked down, but that's okay. So while we head inside, we'll let that refill. And in we go. And let's see what contracts they have for us today. Now, we can take more than one contract. You don't have to just stick with one. So... you can head in this way. This is for small ships to land on. I've done this a couple of times, obviously, as you can tell from our bank balance. And, oh. What? Oh, I must have hit the wrong... anyway. There we go. So, this is the UDSR faction station. You head around this way. Here is the store, and it's always pays to check for safe zone credits, because you never know. No, just burning up ammo. Forgot about that. Anyway, I do have plenty of backup. So we have a hauling contract, and this is 5,758 kilometers. We also have a hauling contract which is about the same. Then you have acquisition contracts. You can do some magnesium powder, which I do actually have. So you know what? Let's accept that. So let's see what else they need. They need explosives. They need... Let's actually head out there and... because they're going to waste all that ammo on SABs that they can't kill. Because the SABs, while they're inside the safe zone, can't be killed, while they also can't kill you. So I'm going to head over here, get him to come out. Oh dear. Well, there's a bit of a bug. See, you see the bullets just don't penetrate. So what we have to do is turn our turrets off. Definitely have to turn them off. Otherwise we're just going to burn through all that ammo. So, luckily we still have a bit. Alright, so we took on the contract. Fortunately I had some interior turrets under there. So we took on the contract for some magnesium. So if you want to have a look at the status of your contract, you just hit the colon button, usually next to your L key, and they want 75 magnesium powder. Now we should have that in the ship, because I was refining some magnesium in here. Once I get rid of this guy. God damn it. There we go. He's gone. Huzzah. Right. Now we can get 75 magnesium. If we just search for magnesium and grab 75 of that. Actually, let's grab 76, because sometimes it's like a fraction. There's like a slight fraction you don't quite get. So if we head over here and deliver the items there, and make ourselves another cool 2 million credits. Easy as pie. However, while some contracts pay a lot of money, they don't give you a lot of reputation. So, well, better act friendly here and put my gun away. So we head over here, make a cool 2 million, and voila. So you go to accepted contracts, hit this, and finish. There we go, 2 million, thank you very much, pleasure doing business. So yeah, those acquisition contracts are as easy as that. You've even got uranium, which we kind of got to go mining for actually. And then you've got hauling contracts, and I think I'm going to take one of the hauling contracts. Let's see if we can make it. I suspect that's going to be on a planet. Well, when I say one of the hauling contracts, I mean the only hauling contract. So let's accept it. And you get a certain time limit to get there. So you want to rush, rush, rush. Don't muck around with these. You just hop in and go. Where's my ship? There. So you go, go, go. Alright, so let's unlock. And let's go. So we just take off into space. We turn our dampeners. Oh no, we don't turn our dampeners off actually. So we're gonna aim roughly over here. And yes, we are heading to a planet by the looks of it. So we just go, 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 like I said. So it's burning up a bit of hydrogen, but that's okay. Alright, we can now turn off our dampeners and do a blind jump. No, won't let me do it. Okay. So let's point up a bit. Oh, still won't let me do it. So if we have a quick look, we have 43 minutes to do this contract, which we should be able to do. But famous last words. So let's try do a jump now. Okay, let's have a look at our jump drives. Jump drives, let's see, how far can we jump? Oh. That's why. Okay, we can only do 1600 now that we're fully loaded with ice. That's okay. So, let's do our jump. Off we go. So do it while we're in motion. And it's great. So we've got quite the journey ahead of us, and make sure that we're heading in the right direction. There we go. Now you'll notice the battery down there says 2 hours. You can put up a monitoring screen that tell you when your jump drives are charged, but you just keep an eye out on that when it jumps from 2 hours, because it's obviously using your batteries as well, and jumps up to a fairly high power left time, then you know you can use your jump drives once again. So while this is travelling through space, I thought I'd better give you the done guided tour. So this is the bridge. We come through here, very simple setup. This is our crew quarters and refining area. So it's enough for a crew of 4, but always needs a crew of 2 to run the ship at any one time, hence there are only 2 cryopods. If we head back here, this is the reactor room, completely encased in heavy armor, so along with the jump drives, so you don't have to worry about any, too much about major critical damage. You should be able to recover pretty much from any major attack. Now on the outside we have 6 decoys, all on the quote-unquote wing tips, which, if you know how to maneuver this thing, can really save your life, particularly against missile turrets. It makes it so much easier to avoid being walloped by a missile. Not so much against Gatlings, but definitely against missiles, and comes with the 4 solar panels for extra charge. Comes with 4 batteries, I think. Is it 4 batteries or 2? Hang on, I can't even remember. 2 batteries, sorry. 2 batteries, which is usually more than enough to keep you going, and usually more than enough lift to get off the surface of a planet. Okay, and there's your connector underneath. You've got your fancy signs all over the place, your nav lights as well, so that people can see you coming, and a nice big open bridge. And you wouldn't be able to do that without the decoys, because otherwise you're a sitting duck. But we're still continuing on our journey, and hopefully we can make it in time. So again, you hit colon to check on the status. We've got 39 minutes left, and so we should be able to make it. So we want to keep traveling as fast and as far as possible, obviously. And so we just keep going on our merry way. And this doesn't pay a heck of a lot, because as you can see, the contract is only for 1 million credits. However, gives you a big bump in reputation, and it'll allow you to discover a new faction store. So it is the easy way to do that. And I've been itching to get out this way, really try what this ship can do. I've been wanting to get off Titan for a long time now. I think it was 25 live streams. We haven't got off Titan yet. So we are on our way out into deep space, doing what this ship was designed to do. Yeah, I really like the Digi camo, although once I get the deluxe skin pack, I'm thinking of giving it some nice gold trims. Maybe some silver trims as well. Oh yes, and I forgot, I have to turn on my turrets. because that would help. Alright, so it also sports the 4 missile turrets at the front, you can see. And those can do quite a bit of damage. Of course, they're not centered, they're not all centered, so they do tend to shoot all around you. If you go to first person, they'll, you know, sort of shoot in a wide area. So you need to compensate for that, but that's quite easy to do if you know what you're doing. There's really not much more to say than that, except, oh, hurry up, jump drive. So we are making our way through space. Now we are burning a lot of ice, which is good in a sense, because we are lightening our load as we go and refueling the ship as we go. Also, if you do decide you want to muck around with this ship a bit, make sure you have plenty of canvases. Oh, I forgot we had all that magnesium, but anyway, make sure you got plenty of these. You don't want to run out, because while it can slow down under its own power with the hydrogen engines, it does so not really slowly, but relatively slowly. And also, if you're using the daily needs survival mod like I am, make sure you take plenty of food and water, as I have. So, we just keep checking our jump drive, and it's only 85% charged. Here we've got our ammunition summary. There's one slightly damaged Gatling turret. We can handle that. That's fine. And so, yeah, having a nice trip through space. Yeah, when it's got nothing in it, it does jump about a little over 2,000 kilometers. So unfortunately, instead of being 2 jumps, it's going to take maybe 3 and a bit. Not exactly sure. But we're like Space FedEx right now, so, and I've got to say, these hauling missions are quite difficult. They're not easy. So yeah, did make sure that the ship was fully loaded with ammunition as well before we go, in case we run into any pirate trouble, which is a very real possibility out here. So we've got everything loaded up. We've even got some spare ammunition. We've even got some NATO magazines for our interior turrets. In fact, we should check our interior turrets, and they're empty. Damn. So that's something we're going to have to rectify once we get to the planet. So now we can make another jump. So we just do a blind jump, and you'll see it's a little bit more than before. There was a mayday, but we missed it. So we've jumped a fair distance, and everything's just catching up. Plus, because I'm using ABS, it doesn't really like it that much. Some lovely scenery out here, and we are a long way from home because we are heading from out the alien planet. So we do have to charge again, and you know, while we charge we can just hop out and, I don't know, go and sit down on the lounge and chill out. So we can just be like, I'm just listening to my tunes, got the thing on autopilot, don't know what else to do. Oops. So yeah, and you can have a big look around. You can walk around here, check out what's going on. You can stand right up the front of the ship while you travel, thanks to auto dampeners. And It's actually quite a nice open view here. So yeah, we're still on our way, and these haul missions are probably best done with a bunch of friends, honestly. So yeah, that is the C-1300 combat shuttle. Rather simple to build. You could even do it by hand if you wanted to. If you wanted to build something like this in survival mode, doesn't take a heck of a lot of resources. We built most of this in survival mode, actually. And so, yeah, we actually had this ship done before we had our base done. So yeah, that's how long I've been itching to get off a Titan. But, you know, sometimes some friends are like, no, I want to add this and I want to add that to the base. And I'm like, no, let's go explore. Let's build somewhere else. So that's what I'm hoping we can actually do before long. And with any luck, I mean, I get the idea with the economy update. I rather like it because it means that you have not only an excuse, but a reason and an incentive to head out into the big open space, and you know, spread yourself out a bit instead of building a big massive 100,000 block behemoth. You build lots of little bases all over the place, and let me tell you, your computer will love you for it. So like our current base back at Titan is under 10,000 blocks, and I'm like, well, that suits me fine. Do we need it any bigger than that? Don't get me wrong, I have built, you know, behemoths in the past, but not something I care to repeat anytime soon. But this is an amazing view. Looking out here, you can hop back into your seat, check your jump drive status, and also, as you can see, we are filling up our hydrogen slowly. We only have 2 oxygen generators, so that is the downside of this ship. It takes a while to fill up unless you can find a refueling point, which we actually might try and do. So I don't know if we can do that, but we're going to try. So looking around, there's a little bit of a microfreeze there, so I'm assuming something has spawned in close by. Just hasn't made itself apparent yet. So let's check the status of our contract. We have 29 minutes to go. So I'd say, well, we'll be able to jump a fair way, not the whole way. But yeah, as I said, you want to just keep traveling while doing jumps. And these haul missions are quite difficult. Sometimes I did a haulage mission from one moon to a planet, and I got there with, I think, literally 30 seconds to spare. So there was another mission I tried to do in the mercenary encounter ship, which was a dismal failure. So they're not easy, I will warn you. And yeah, just to give you an idea that how long these things are, and the fact that you want to be doing them with friends. If you're on your own, the acquisition contracts are a nice way to go. But then again, sometimes you don't have a choice. You'll want to find new trading stations, so you need to take those hauling contracts, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I am going to cheat a little bit. I know it's annoying for some people. Some people get triggered by this. I don't know why. But I am going to turn on my crosshair, because I can. Yeah, so we're going to head this way. And a tiny bit of fuel. There we go. Now it's handy to have the crosshair, honestly. So how charged are we? 87.86%. So definitely a deep space vessel, but also a planet-to-planet deep space vessel. That was the whole idea of this ship, and it works rather well. In fact, surprised myself with the placement of the parachutes. They're in a really nice location where it seems to come down fairly straight. I did have 6 on it. I had some toward the back, I think. No, in the middle where the turrets are. So it did only have 4 Gatling turrets, but the extra parachute hatches were 1, unnecessary, and 2, did make the ship sort of tilt back a bit. So, or was it tilt forward? No, it tilted forward. So this configuration and the placement seems to work really, really well. Alright, I think we're ready for a jump. Yes, we are. Let's go. .600 kilometers away. So we want to get a rough idea of where we need to jump to, and we'll know that once we've got 25 minutes. We'll know that once we get a little closer, and we'll know that from the marker. Okay, this is going to take a little while to charge. Got big asteroids around. As you can see, we've only managed to get back nearly 10% of our fuel from the O2 H2 generators. So it will take us some time. We have a mayday out there, but I'm going to ignore it. So we're just going to keep it on. Now, sometimes it's hard to tell. Is that marker there on this side of the planet or the other side of the planet? Hard to say. Very hard to say. But it is always a little bit difficult at times. So you've just got to judge it best you can. Sometimes you can overshoot it and it can really muck you up. But so far so good, and we are steadily losing mass for every bit of refining we're doing and every bit of ice we're converting into hydrogen. So the more the better for once we get there. Let's hop out and... oh, that Mayday's getting very close. Might be able to even get visual on it, I don't know. Well, best way to get visual of it is if I hop out of my seat. Oh, it was down there. No, that's a rust freighter. Okay. There is something there though. See something glinting. No, it's over there. Well, that might be another Mayday. But I do see something glinting over there. So that could be it. So to make sure you don't run into asteroids while you're on your way there. And we are still 584 kilometers away. There's a mayday down there. Oh well, not much we can do for them. Let's head over. Head over to the chair, that is, the main chair. And we are already 53% charged. And what I'll probably end up doing is slowly making my way back. Because it's even if I actually do make it, we've only got 21 minutes. Time is the key. Oh. Well, we'll see. There goes the rust freighter. Whoops. And there goes the Mayday. Saw it over there somewhere. Not to worry. So, how charged are we now? 70%. So I probably want to set it for about 565 kilometers. I'm going to take a guess here. So we're going to go to jump drives. No, we'll have to do it once we're charged. It's going to take a little while. It would appear that it's on this side, but I could be so wrong. I hope I'm not. Because, like I said, these haul missions, you really cut it fine. You cut it so fine. Especially if you've got a ship that's fairly weighed down like mine and you've only just built your first jump drive, you're going to have a hard time of it. If you make it at all. Okay. So we are 86% charged. So take us that little bit of time. It's another Mayday. Going to ignore it at the moment. So what are we at now? We're at 563. I'm glad I didn't try and set it to 500 and... might need to be 555. Yes. As close as we can. Let's hit jump drives. There we go. 555. There we go, that'll do. Boom. Let's do it. There it is. It's right there. So we need to slow it down. been a bit too steep. So I want to come in at a good angle, check our time, 17 minutes. We should be okay, but never never assume too much. And there's the moon over there. We should probably go check that out too while we're here. So, did overshoot it a little bit, but nothing too major. Fortunately for us, it was on our side of the alien planet side of this planet. If that makes sense. So in we come. Got a very nice view of the planet there. Awesome view. So, the Earth-like planet, huh? Haven't been here yet in this playthrough. Which is kinda weird. Alright, so we want to try and use gravity as much as possible. And then when we need to, we'll use our parachutes. In fact, we might not even need to use parachutes. I could make this so much quicker. I have hydrogen bottles. Actually, yeah. Okay, I could do this much better. I think I could do this much better. Much better and much quicker. Okay, I think we have time. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop out. And we're going to go to the O2 generator. Wrong O2, thank you. We're going to fill that up. Don't need to fill that up. Oh, don't need to take that, rather. I'm going to take this and take that. So we've got plenty of hydrogen. Alright, so we are reaching planet gravity. In fact, here's how we're going to do it. When it gets to just outside the gravity well, I'm not even going to bother landing. Because time is of the essence. So I'm just going to park it up here. Make it over here a bit. We are burning off quite a bit of hydrogen, but it's a lot less than what we would burn off in the thanks to the atmosphere. And honestly, it will give this thing time to fuel up a little bit. Might even go park next to that asteroid, actually. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. Could even park on it. It makes sense. Parking on it. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright. Yes, we used a bit of hydrogen. That's fine. We're only in 0.5 gravity. You know what? I might even just... I'll go up a bit. There we go. Now, how long do we have? We have 10 minutes. I think we can do it. We'll just head straight down. And we should be fine. Alright, so what we want to do is mark where we are now. So we don't want to lose our ship, even though I've got my antenna turned right up. You never know what's going to happen. So let's go and hop out and let's go and deliver the package. We're going to go do some skydiving FedEx. And here we go. Alright, so dampeners off. So, yep, this will take us a little while to get down there. But fortunately, we've got gravity on our side. Sharky, I love you, mate. You're a good kid, but geez, you moan a lot. He was having problems getting onto the Keen official servers. I told him how to work around it by using Steam. Now he's complaining, thanks for helping me today, but now I can't join because the servers are full. Okay. Right. And... what do you want me to do, dude? Oh, and also, I thought I should celebrate. I got my first dislike in a long time from my last live stream. So I thought that's a cause to celebrate, hence the reason for the video here. So I'm not sure why it was disliked, but you know, who knows? Anyway, maybe it was that kid I told to, you know, pull his head in and stop acting like a kid, like a baby, but maybe not. Who knows? So yeah, we've got to make our way down in 10 minutes, and this is going to be cutting it close. And they normally are. They're not. All these hauling contracts are normally cutting it fine. So what we want to do is keep the dampeners off, but every now and then just keep yourself sort of hurtling over this way until you get closer and closer. And you'll see the crosshairs start coming down just ever so slightly. And We are now 7 minutes. Oh god, this is so gonna be very, very close. Probably should have hopped out in the suit straight up, but that's okay. I've done it before with this much time to spare, so yeah, they're quite a challenge, I must say. I think we'll be able to make it. We're at 0.23 gravity, so that's a good sign. Oh, the anticipation. Will we make it? Who knows? We are now 6 minutes to go, with just under 20 kilometers out. I think we'll be okay. In the last leg, we want to use dampeners. Ideally, you want to be right on top of it, but you can't. That can't always happen. So. Now the good news is I've also got myself a jump point, so I'm going to keep that marker I just made and make that an Earth-like jump point. So we wait till the crosshairs are lined up. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Dampeners on. I'm going to head straight at it. Will it burn up a bit of hydrogen? Sure, but we've got 3 bottles. So I think we'll be okay. So heading down in our heat-proof suit. We are now in the atmosphere, I do believe. Very close, not quite. That's when we'll really start going through the hydrogen. $10 kilometers. There's the beacon, UDSR. Hello. Let's turn off our dampness just for a moment so we can have a look at how long we've got. We have 4 minutes. This is, yeah, like I said, cutting it really fine. They do say time is of the essence, and having been a former FedEx and UPS driver, I know how that feels. So yeah, these you really don't have a lot of room for error for these hauling missions. So if you're going to take them, you want to make sure you've got a ship that can do. You want to take the bigger jobs, and you want to be able to jump vast distances in one jump. There we go. Yeah, 'cause sometimes those small jobs, oh, here we are. I can see them. Will we make it? I think we will. Deliver package here. 1.5 kilometers out. We are so close. I can hear the birds. Tweet, 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 tweet. We're gonna rush in, find the entrance, which I think is right there. There it is, right near the sign. Oh, man, I didn't kill myself. Good. Let's do it. Hey, hello. Yeah, here's your package. Take it. Sign here. Thank you. Yes, we got 25 reputation. Woohoo! Woot woot woot. Alright, while we're here, we'll have a look through some of the things they've got for sale. And they don't have any bloody They don't have any safe zone chips. Damn it. What do you guys have for us? Let's see, the store. No, access denied, of course. So yeah, just reiterating, no safe zone chips for us. So the mining factions are obviously not the ones to get this stuff through. Oh, that's a nice little kitchen. Yeah, so we can have a look at what contracts they've got here while we're here, I guess. Whoops. And they want uranium. Ooh, 12 million. And we've got a holding contract. Which, maybe back the way we came. Acquisition, platinum, don't have that. That is 23,000 kilometers. No. But as you can see, these are quite difficult. Didn't have what we wanted, but at least we now know where there's another station. So, I already had this on the GPS anyway. So if I go like this, because I got the data pad. Oh, actually they have data pads. That's what we're going to do. Alright, so if we reveal this, we go show on HUD, because at every station they have a data pad showing you different locations of bases. So, what do we got here? We have, sure enough, UDSR station. Oh, there's another one 32 kilometers away. It wasn't this one. Ah, alright, well, let's just save this then. No, new. From current position. So this is another GDSR station. GDSR station. So yeah, these guys are GDSR. They definitely... UDSR. Sorry, UDSR. Beg your pardon. Did I write GDSR? Hang on. Oh yeah, UDSR. Right. Oops. Okay, so UDSR. And we have another station over there which we can go check out. But what I also want to do is have a look for some more data pads. You want to pick these up where possible. Here we go. Let's buy one of these. Purchase. Cha-ching! Thank you! Alright. Let's have a look. Right click. We have another station. I'm not even sure if it's the same location, but let's check it out. So, UDSR station. That is a different location. Good. Show on HUD. Thank you. Get rid of that. Goodbye. And this will be Earth, like, jump point, so we know roughly where to jump to next time we come out this way. So we'll just hide. Oh, actually no, I won't hide that because that's where I'm parked. Alright, so we have one 32 kilometers away. No, this 2 meters away, and we have one 96 kilometers away. So there's quite a few here. Interesting. So we could spend a bit of time here and just check out the station, see if we can get some zone chips. But for now, I'm going to head back up. I'm not going to take any contracts right now, so I'm going to head back up. We're going to fuel up a little bit. I'm going to use this as a temporary base of operations, and yeah, hopefully find some more stuff. So yeah, I think though I am going to leave it there. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I hope you can join me for the next live stream, where we'll be continuing on with our adventures and hopefully leaving Titan and expanding out into the solar system. But as I always say, this is Huey signing off, and take it easy, and bye for now.